We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. A mom says she was forced to barricade herself and her family inside their Canton home after masked men scaled a wall and broke in through the deck. Coming up, video of the terrifying ordeal and why she's being critical of the police department's response. New developments surrounding last month's mass shooting at Morgan State University. Coming up, what we're learning about a new second suspect police just arrested. And we are keeping a close eye on two storms that could disrupt your holiday travel plans. Coming up, how airlines are preparing for possible disruptions and where gas prices are trending. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Shannon Lilly. As millions prepare to hit the road and see family this holiday, we are keeping a close eye on two main storms that could impact your holiday travel. A storm is expected to bring winter weather across New England and parts of the Northeast today and Wednesday, and moderate to heavy snow is also expected to reach the northern Rockies by Thanksgiving. Here at home, we are seeing rain right now. Stick with us. We'll check in with meteorologist Justin Chambers for your full holiday forecast. That is coming up in just a few minutes. Federal officials are taking steps to make sure last year's holiday flight disruptions do not happen again. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says the FAA is working with airlines to plan for and around any bad weather.
National Weather Service meteorologists are housed at the FAA's 22 centers handling high-altitude traffic, and they provide down-to-the-minute weather predictions for exact arrival and departure routes in the busiest parts of the U.S. airspace.
Buttigieg says this holiday season is forecast to have some of the busiest travel days in U.S. history. He adds people should check with their airlines directly for the most up-to-date flight information. Happening today, President Biden is expected to hold a special meeting to discuss the country's fentanyl crisis. The meeting is set for this hour, and we are expecting the president to discuss with leaders ways to combat the flow of fentanyl into the U.S. Last week, the president met with Chinese President Xi Jinping. We know their talks included curbing the flow of chemicals used in the production of fentanyl. And President Biden also recently met with Mexico's president, discussing the issue with him as well. Making headlines, at least 4 people are hurt after a shooting at a Walmart in Ohio. The store parking lot was full of police cars Monday night at the Walmart in Beaver Creek outside of Dayton.
I was here before I had work, so around probably like 2 p.m. And so, yeah, it is super crazy.
Well, police say the suspect went into the store and started shooting, but he later died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The condition of the victims is not yet clear. In a city in crisis, there are new developments about that second suspect just arrested in connection with the mass shooting on Morgan State's campus. The arrest comes more than a month after 5 people were shot. Police tell us they arrested 18-year-old Javon Williams last Friday. Last month, authorities also arrested a 17-year-old. Morgan State leaders are hoping this latest arrest can bring some closure to campus. Olivia Dance brings us a closer look at the investigation.
Well, this morning, both the teens believed to be involved in the shooting here at Morgan State University are now in custody. The shooting back in October injured 5 people. 4 of the victims were students. Now, 9 days after the shooting, police arrested a 17-year-old suspect in Washington, D.C. And now, over a month after the shooting, police arrested 18-year-old Javon Williams, also in D.C. Both were already wanted on several unrelated gun charges. Police say neither had any connection to Morgan State University. Javon Williams had been wanted since back on June for unrelated gun charges. At only 18 years old, federal agents had already dubbed him a notoriously violent fugitive. In a statement, University President Dr. David Wilson called the arrest great news, saying, quote, "Today the Morgan community can continue to move forward with the comfort of knowing that both shooting suspects have now been captured and taken off the streets," end quote. And since the shooting, the university has been examining how to better secure their campus.
And we now are making plans, as you heard from the chief, to basically now close that.
Following the model of Johns Hopkins, where you have people walking the streets, the corners, the neighborhoods surrounding that particular area to create a presence. Usually when you have a presence like that, there is a deterrent effect in terms of individuals who are willing to pull out guns.
Mayor Brandon Scott also released a statement saying that this is a sign to everyone that if you come to Baltimore and endanger lives and injure people, you will be held accountable. For now, reporting in Baltimore, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News, Midday.
All right, Olivia, thank you. Well, shortly after the 17-year-old's arrest last month, Fox 45 News pressed Mayor Brandon Scott on juvenile crime in Baltimore. Now, the mayor criticized the Department of Juvenile Services, calling it a broken system.
We have to build a juvenile justice system that works from the ground up. Every single portion of it has to be looked at. I've been talking about that for years now, as you know.
Now, that was more than a month ago. The mayor has not specified what changes he wants to see. Fox 45 News was live at Morgan State University for nearly 5 hours on the night of the shooting. We will continue to bring you updates on this investigation, and you can find all of our reporting on the shooting at foxbaltimore.com. Here's our look at today's top trending stories. Trending number 1. A mother in Canton tells Fox 45 News how she feared for her life when a group of masked men climbed up the side of her home and then broke in through an upper deck. Taking a look now at your social stream. The U.S. Supreme Court rejects an appeal from former Minneapolis officer Derek Chauvin in the death of George Floyd. Chauvin was found guilty of several charges, including second-degree manslaughter and third-degree murder. His lawyers argue he did not receive a fair trial in 2021 because of pretrial publicity and threats of violence in the event Chauvin was acquitted. So let's find out what people online say. Well, this tweet says, "Justice served for Floyd and his family. Chauvin deserves his sentence. No more appeals." Chris thinks the opposite. He says, "Not at all convinced he got a fair trial, but few care because the result was what the public demanded." The U.S. Senate issues a subpoena to Live Nation to testify about its business practices. The company comes under question for its consumer practices, specifically on ticket pricing, fees, and resales. Ticketmaster, which is owned by Live Nation, has been facing criticism for those botched ticket sales for Taylor Swift's Eras tour. This user says, "Didn't we have house hearings with these clowns just last year?" And then here's another one. Jeremiah says, "It's strange how politicians advocate for free market capitalism until their great-grandchildren can't afford a Taylor Swift ticket." There might be some truth in that. Elon Musk's company X is suing an advocacy group for defamation. The lawsuit accuses Media Matters of releasing a report to show advertisers post alongside pro-Nazi content. X says the report caused a lot of advertisers to leave the social media platform. The president of Media Matters says the suit is meant to bully X's critics to be quiet and that the group stands behind the report. Matthew here says he keeps chasing smoke, looking for the fire. Nobody will tell him the smoke is coming from inside the house. Derek says, "As attorneys, we have certain ethical duties not to waste the court's time or taxpayers' dollars with blatantly frivolous lawsuits. I hope sanctions are issued." Still ahead, Target is making changes to its self-checkout lines. Coming up, the new rules the store is testing out. And if you find yourself in a food coma every Thanksgiving, well, you may need to stop blaming the turkey. Coming up, the real culprit, according to dietitians. It's 11:13. You're watching Fox 45 News Midday. Well, we are back taking a live look outside. Look at that. It is a gray, wet start to your Tuesday morning. And by the drive home, we could see things get a bit more heavy. Coming up when things dry out, and we'll have a sneak peek at your Thanksgiving Day forecast. That's all ahead. Making headlines, a woman who accused Bill Cosby of drugging and raping her is now suing him under the New York Adult Survivors Act. Joan Tarshis is using the law's one-year look-back period, which allows claims that have already passed the statute of limitations. Her lawsuit accuses Cosby of battery, assault, emotional distress, and false imprisonment. More than 50 women have accused Cosby of raping or assaulting them. He was convicted of sexual assault in 2018, but got out of prison because of a due process issue. The United Auto Workers Union says its members have officially ratified new contracts at all of the big three automakers. The new contracts brought in raises of at least 25% over 4.5 years and more perks that make this one of the biggest wins in decades for the labor movement. Las Vegas union hotel workers ratified their contract agreement with a casino giant. The Culinary Workers Union says its members overwhelmingly voted to approve a new 5-year contract with Caesars Entertainment. And the union reached a deal before the November 10th deadline that would have shut down the Las Vegas Strip. Topping your consumer news, Target is reportedly testing a 10-item limit for self-checkout registers. A report says the retailer is trying to cut down line wait times and is testing the new item limit at select stores. Fox 45 News is learning more about the second teen arrested in the Morgan State shooting investigation. The warrant for his arrest weeks before the shooting. Fox 45 News continues to investigate the Safe Streets organization. At 5, new questions about who was involved in the program. And Israel and Hamas are on reportedly the brink of a deal to release hostages. We will have the latest at 6. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and your forecast in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, just tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. Trending now, Thanksgiving. It is just 2 days away, if you can believe it. But if you find yourself always in a food coma after eating so much, you may need to stop blaming the turkey. Well, everyone knows that turkey contains tryptophan, which can make us sleepy, but dietitians say there may be more to blame. Experts believe it would take about 8 pounds of turkey meat to lull you into a food coma. Instead, it's likely the high amount of carbs that make us crash and feel sleepy. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle is here now. Oh, we love our carbs though, don't we?
Yes, the pro. I'm a pro here, so yes. I'm gonna tell you what it is, Shannon. It's a combination. I know you're like me. You're a combination. You know, you got the turkey, and then you got the mashed potatoes and the macaroni, and then the bread, and you kind of do it all together.
Don't forget about the dressing.
Don't forget about the dressing. All carbs, right? And then you might, to wash it down, hit off a delicious apple cider or some drink, and now
just keep consuming.
Yeah, you're spiking it up, and then it drops down.
Yep.
And so the tricky trick, whatever it's called, from the turkey gets blamed for it, but I think it's the combination. Oh,
Also,
don't forget about ham too. You throw the ham in there too now.
True. And who says we're not eating 8 pounds of turkey? They don't know us.
That's true. That's true.
They
And
don't
then
know what we're doing.
the desserts. You can't forget about the desserts.
Yeah,
So,
the pumpkin pie, the apple pie. Oh,
but it's the best though when you wake up from the coma and then come back for round 2.
Yeah, which you have to do.
And
you
the
sleep,
game. Yes.
eat, the cycle begins
You'll
again.
find me on the love sofa or the big couch somewhere in the house.
Right there with you. Thanks, Mark.
Sure.
All right, time now for your wild and wonderful weather with meteorologist Justin Chambers. As he shows us, it was a beautiful sunrise before that rain moved in.
It was a really cool shot here from @Ravens&O's Jeff. This is from Bel Air, the pre-sunrise shot, and probably our only chance at seeing the sun on your Tuesday, because we are getting the rain, and that's what we're dealing with here. The rain clouds, the temperatures on the cooler side. So that was the shot from Bel Air, but most of the clouds are going to be with us throughout the day today. Most of us will see the cloud cover, and the rain typically in the mid-50s is where we are for our high. So we'll be a little cooler than that with steady rain showers, those temperatures staying cool. And yeah, it doesn't matter about that sunset at 4:48 because we just won't see it. Now, our average this time of year, as I mentioned, 56. So a lot of us only in the upper 40s to lower 50s. Those temperatures will actually climb and be a bit warmer this evening. You can already see some of the warmer air in Richmond today, and some of that's going to surge up to the north as we get this next weather maker to move in. This is this large area of low pressure that was in the Ohio River Valley up into the Great Lakes region for Tuesday afternoon, and by Tuesday evening, there it is. That's the warm front that we're talking about. So all of that's going to change, be more from an easterly wind to a southerly wind, and that's going to bring in the warmer conditions here into those late night hours. Now, on our hourly future scan, 3 o'clock this afternoon, yeah, steady rain is pretty much what we're going to see. The best chance for some of the more moderate rain about 8 and 9 o'clock into your Tuesday evening, and it still looks to be that the heaviest rain will be right around midnight into the overnight hours before it moves out of here. We'll have some leftover cloud cover on Wednesday morning. By Wednesday afternoon, we do expect to see more sunshine and maybe a straight shower or two trying to redevelop on Wednesday, the backside of that system moving out of here. Rainfall totals, some of us getting some pretty good numbers into that 1 to 2 inch range that will be possible. So much needed rain for our drought situation here at home. So there's the showers and the movement there of our next weather maker, but pushing out of here by Wednesday afternoon. It looks pretty good for travel on Wednesday, and Turkey Day looks great up and down the East Coast. The parades up in New York City, the stuff going on here in Baltimore as well, and plenty of sunshine for your Thanksgiving. So 10-day forecast looks like this. Lower 60s actually on Wednesday. Those numbers are going to be above average, right about 57 Thursday. Notice we're a little bit cooler as we head into the weekend with upper 40s and lower 50s, and then heading toward next week, those numbers kind of hanging out in the 50s as well.
All right, Justin, thanks. Still ahead, gas prices are trending down just in time for your holiday travels. Coming up, just how long prices are expected to fall by Thursday. And gas prices aren't the only things falling. Holiday hiring is down too. Coming up, what's driving that decline in seasonal jobs? It's 11:22. You're watching Fox 45 News Midday. Well, don't miss this. Some Ravens are getting in the holiday spirit. Kyle Hamilton and Michael Pierce were among the players helping out with the Thanksgiving food drive. This was Monday in Falstaff. Together, they helped distribute meals for 200 families. Millions are expected to hit the roads to see family this Thanksgiving, and there's good news at the pump. Gas prices could be the lowest Thanksgiving Day price since 2020. According to Gas Buddy, a gallon of gas could drop to $3.25 by Thursday. Prices have been dropping for 9 weeks now. On Thanksgiving 2020, gas fell to $2.11 per gallon because of low demand during the height of the pandemic. Now, we're not going to get quite at $3.25, or we're not there yet, a gallon yet, but we're getting closer, according to AAA. Gas is averaging $3.30 a gallon right now. That's down a penny from yesterday and 5 cents from a week ago. Now, while retail sales are expected to soar to new heights over the holidays, the seasonal workforce has taken a nosedive. According to new data, retailers posted the lowest number of seasonal job openings since 2013.
A lot of employers now have enough people on staff where they only need a slight uptick in the number of employees that they're going to have for the holiday season.
Just 2 years ago, retailers hit a record high, nearly 1 million holiday jobs. Today, numbers have dropped a sharp 40%. Well, that's all the time we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyles up next, and Mark Clark is back with a preview. Hey, Mark.
Shannon, the pest control is offering to pay homeowners $2,500 to release about 100 cockroaches into their home. That's a wild idea, but are you crazy enough to do it? Coming up, we'll chat about the logistics of all of that. What? No. No, sir.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
And what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle Live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with Persia Nicole from 92Q. Good morning, everybody. Let me tell you right now, a new survey finds about 1/3 of Gen Z has stolen from self-check kiosks. The survey also found 44% who have stolen don't regret it and say they would continue to steal at the kiosk if given the opportunity. 37% say they steal to save money on groceries or healthcare items. The thefts are causing some major retailers to move self-checkout areas from their stores. Persia Nicole, people just admitting they're out here stealing. What is going on? It's a problem.
This new generation does not care at all. Okay, and I definitely always want to ring up a 60-inch TV as a Snickers bar, but I'm too scared.
Wow. I mean, Lady T, are you shocked by the numbers? That's a kind of high number, 30% plus. That's a high number, right?
No, I thought it'd be higher.
Wow. No faith
No,
in humanity.
I'm not saying that I steal at kiosks, but from people I know take from stealing at kiosks. They're looking for a good steal. They're looking for a steal deal.
A steal
deal.
Steals
and deals is what they're looking for. But you know what? And you know what? When I remember watching a movie one time, and the guy was like, he was at one of those little checkout lines, and it was like a competition at one of the what movie was that? I forgot what it was. But they would skip and just, take like, one for free, one for not free, one for free, one for nothing. That's what we need to start doing. Just kidding.
Wow.
It was a pandemic though. We needed, people needed to help.
I don't know. My mother whipped it. I never had that thought.
You would never do it? Like you never looked up at the little mirror at the top and was like,
well, you know what? I will say, I'm not going into the story, but one time as a grown man, the cookie things in the kiosk?
Yes.
I put the cookies in the thing, and I was eating them as I walked through the store.
Did you pay for it when you left?
And I'll just say this, I got arrested.
Oh, you actually got
handcuffs, everything.
So the goal is to not get caught.
So don't do that, kids. Don't do it, kids.
The goal is to not get caught.
Don't do that.
I'm just saying.
I was the star of a morning radio show.
Oh wow! And you got arrested
in Huntsville, Alabama. Now here's a wild idea. A pest control is offering to pay homeowners $2,500 to release about 100 cockroaches into their homes. The goal is to evaluate the effectiveness of a specific pest control technique. Participating homeowners would be required to stay in their homes for about a month, and they're not allowed to use other pest control methods. Now, I'm not using this because I don't want their cockroaches to mate with my cockroaches. Now we got 500 cockroaches.
I was going to say.
I'm joking.
It's
we don't have cockroaches.
It's a family affair.
Now, Persia Nicole, I know you don't know about anything about cockroaches with that high salary at 92Q, but what do you think?
Yeah, I once was a kid, Mark, with no salary, okay? So, listen, we all know that cockroaches make other babies. I don't want, like you said, for them to be making babies to other babies, and then they all just got a whole lot of babies in my home. I don't want it. I would never do that.
Lady T, now I know you don't have any cockroaches at your home.
No, we constantly fumigate. So no, we don't have none of that. They're not breeding in our house, okay?
That's right.
The only cockroaches that come in are the men that we don't want that are there. Just kidding. No, just kidding.
Okay, quickly, would you do it? Yay or nay?
No, I don't like roaches like that.
And of course, Persia Nicole.
Yeah.
So none of us would do it.
No, not for that amount. I feel like for that amount, no. Because for $2,500, no, I would not do it for that amount. $2,500 is a little low. If you go into the $1 million ranges, we could talk and consider.
Okay,
we can at least talk.
Is this crazy, or would you give it a go? Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. Now, if you got roaches already, why not?
Why not?
Good news for women, sort of. New research finds women are living, on average, 6 years longer than men. That's the largest gap since 1996. The trend is said to be driven by the opioid epidemic and COVID pandemics and other factors such as accidents
that's not what I thought
and
you were gonna
suicides.
say.
Life expectancy overall in the U.S. fell in 2021 to 76 years from 78 years in 2019.
Whoa.
Again, Persia Nicole, congratulations, y'all living out. But black women have always outlived black men, I think. Actually.
I mean,
but how do you feel about this, Persia Nicole?
Oh.
I don't know. Like, what do you say to men are dying off? Like, I feel really bad for the ladies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you say to them?
I know.
What do you say
tough.
to the guys? Sorry.
What do you?
it really makes the dating game tough.
Well, right. Add that to the.
You're gonna have to really make some decisions if this is the case.
Praise you, Nicole, #1 radio show. Okay, you're on right now. Go back to that show. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Lady T was back, spilling all the tea.
I can't wait.
Coming up, still ahead. Thanksgiving is just 2 days away, but if you're still looking for something to cook, don't panic. Coming up, some easy, last-minute ideas that will impress your guests.
Probably
and
crock pot.
that's right. Protect your family and your home this holiday season. Coming up, a new take on home security. Stick around. It's a great show. Thanksgiving's almost here.
Steals and deals. That's what we're talking about.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
You know, it just takes one Grinch to mess up all the holiday decorations you work so hard to put on your yard. Stacey Bell's here with a new take on home security that will help you make sure someone ends up on the naughty list.
The following segment is sponsored by Knocking.
I've been doing a lot of research on security cameras because you have to keep your home and your family safe, and there's always a sacrifice until I found the Ola Smart Security Camera. There is nothing else like this on the market. You want to know what sets it apart? The artificial intelligence, AI. You can talk to this camera, it understands you and answers you. I could say, "Hola, did Danielle come home last night?" It answers me and sends me a clip of her coming into the house. It can do that because it has body, face, and voice recognition. So you can program it to recognize your family members or friends who are constantly in and out of your house. It uses an app, so it's really easy to use. Another feature that we really like is the fall alert. If you have older parents and it's hard for them to maybe get into and out of your house, Ola will alert you if they fall. You can talk to them, you can send help, and tell me this, who isn't worried about porch pirates? There's also a package alert, so you know exactly when your packages were delivered. They really thought of everything. Ola was developed by ex-military officials, and every safety feature that you could think of in a smart camera, they really did it here. Right now, we're offering 30% off on the Ola Smart Security Camera. Head over to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer.
Fox 45 News is helping you connect with your news, from what's going on in your own backyard to the news across the country. Here's a look at the National Desk, connecting you to the news that matters.
The National Desk, a network of nearly 4,000 local journalists, cover America's news now.
These chemicals are not going to leave the environment.
Provides in-depth coverage.
Leaving the city frustrated with crime and homelessness.
Context.
You get in more trouble for parking in a handicapped spot than you do having a baggie full of fentanyl that could kill a busload of kids.
And clarity to major stories.
The bottom line is our recall system is broken, colossally broken.
The National Desk covers our nation at the local level.
You're not going to prevent every train crash, but you can make them less likely.
It could be a matter of life and death.
To capture the pulse of America.
The bus flipped and landed in the creek bed.
Seatbelts save lives.
The National Desk team of impartial, unbiased, and fact-based journalists.
Require car companies to make sure their safety systems worked at night. The National Desk.
Women's pain has been normalized for way too long.
You can depend on for live breaking news coverage across America.
Really big monster fires spread very quickly.
Real concerns about flooding.
Dangerous wind and rain conditions.
I went flying out the door.
It just sucked everything up.
I'm Jan Jeffcoat. Choose America's News now from the National Desk.
Weekdays at 6 a.m. on the CW Baltimore.
Still ahead, congrats are in order. Adele is finally confirming she's married. But first, Lady T has all the new details about the lawsuit and settlement surrounding P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Puffy, and Cassie. Coming up next, she's spilling the tea. Time to spill the tea. This Tuesday, Lady T's in his house.
Hey, what's up? Hello, fellow tea sippers. All right, here is the tea. So the lawsuit filed by singer Cassie against Diddy was dismissed. So she filed a $31 million lawsuit claiming rape and physical abuse, y'all, saying that she was trapped in a cycle of abuse, violence, and sex trafficking with Diddy. Now, then 24 hours later, the music mogul settled that lawsuit with Cassie. I'm still not sure how much she got out of that $30 million, but days ago, photos surfaced of Diddy sitting outside his home. He looked solemn and stressed out amid these allegations. Now, his lawyer did say that this is not admission of his wrongdoing. Now, but honestly, that was the fastest I've ever seen a lawsuit settled in my life. Mark.
Yeah, he paid off somebody.
That was quick, 24 hours
And it
later.
seems like the news hasn't been questioning anything. They just took it for face value. If you weren't guilty,
we did
why
take
would
it
you
for.
pay?
Oh yeah, we took it for face value. When we saw his face while he was sitting outside his home, that man looked. I mean, he was concerned about the amount of money he probably had to pay out. So I can't wait to hear what the final amount is. I know TMZ will probably get that before any of us. So
Wait a minute, not before Lady T. me.
I know, right? I gotta make sure I get that. But you know, everyone was standing with Cassie. You know, I saw Aubrey O'Day, Dawn Richards, Azalea Banks. Everybody was standing with Cassie, and they said, "Y'all don't know what that girl been through." Well, we could tell you some stories. So, lots of tea there. Okay, up next, you guys, as if we can't get enough of the Will and Jada tea. All right, the tea continues. Will Smith's team is denying allegations that he slept with actor Dwayne Martin. Now, Jada went on The Breakfast Club and denied the claims as well. Will's rep says the story is completely fabricated. His former assistant, brother Bilal, is behind all these allegations. He revealed it in a YouTube interview with Tasha K. Jada and Will's rep says that they are considering taking legal action against Bilal. Will Smith says he feels like he is the target of a smear campaign. Now, Mark, this has been a rumor, though, for like over a decade. I mean, it's not really new. I mean, he gave some extra details, but it's not new.
Will's theme song is "Wasn't Me" by Shaggy.
Oh, is that what it is?
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. I mean, he's definitely... He done got caught up. Okay, up next, you guys, because the tea keeps pouring. So apparently congratulations are in order for the singer Adele. So did she really marry her man, sports agent Rich Paul? Get this. So she was at Alan Carr's comedy show in LA. Alan asked the crowd if anyone recently got married, and Adele yells out, "I did," raises her hand just so happily. Everyone at the show said it was really like a cute announcement. They went public about their budding romance in 2021. But guess what? That's the same year her divorce was actually final. So in October, she added 32 more dates to her Las Vegas residency. You can catch my sis at Caesar's Palace. But congrats to her and Rich. And I think that means they're going to be super rich because, you know, he's LeBron's agent. He's LeBron James's agent. So that means they're super, super rich, okay?
Talk about the glow up.
I was about to say, she's glowing.
I saw a video of when she first came out. You know, always had that amazing voice, always beautiful. But man, she really has like her style and everything else. Like
she looks different now. She looks like she's coming to her own. There's like an elegance about her. And best believe she is telling them at every single show in Las Vegas that they need to stop throwing things at artists who are on stage. So she's always making sure she tells them, the audience members, that. But I wish her the best of luck. I'm surprised that we had to find out. Where are the photos? Adele, I need wedding photos is what I need to see, Mark. I need the wedding tea.
I know you're going to find those for us.
Okay, you already know. I'm on the prowl, okay?
She's on the prowl, yes.
All right, that's it for the tea for today. Now, y'all know what to do at home. Y'all got to go sip on all that tea.
All right, now it's time to watch on all that weather. Oh, that doesn't work the same, I think. Justin's standing by with the best weather ever. What's up, Justin?
Yeah, really pretty shot here. This is the Twin Sisters in the early morning light up in Washington State. Wow, that is just a spectacular image. Always seeing great images across the World Wide Web, of course, as well as you sending them in to us. Not much to take a picture of today. The rainy and cool conditions are what we'll see on Tuesday, with even the potential for some heavy rain at times Tuesday evening into the late night hours. Good news is we're drier by Wednesday, so this is really just kind of a one-day event. It is coming when a lot of folks got some things to do outside and, of course, places to go as well. On your hour-by-hour forecast, numbers are really staying into the lower 50s for the most part. We actually will be a bit warmer into Tuesday evening than will be Tuesday afternoon. That's because we'll have some of that warmer air coming up from the south. So across the eastern shore, up and down the Chesapeake, most of us in the low to mid-50s. 54 in D.C. today, upper 40s in Philly, and upper 50s down the ocean. So here's our next weather maker, and this is the area of low pressure. The center of that is tracking to the Great Lakes region. Out ahead of that, we got the cold front, and then there's the warm front right there. So that's that warmer air that's surging in ahead of the cold front later this evening, changing the wind from more easterly to more southerly, bringing in those warmer conditions. Here's your hourly future scan. Steady rain throughout the day. Still looks to be the heaviest rain will be Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning, but moving out of here, we'll have some leftover clouds Wednesday, and by Wednesday afternoon, we do expect to see a little bit more sunshine as well. Maybe a stray leftover shower or two to the west, but we're going to pick up some pretty much needed rain, pretty good rain here, and much needed in terms of our drought situation, with 1 to 2 inches area wide by the time we get into Wednesday morning. And as we head toward Thanksgiving, look at that 10-day forecast. We'll be in the upper 50s on Thursday, mid-50s for Black Friday, a little cooler for this upcoming weekend, but notice our temperatures are staying a little bit cool. We're dry, however, with upper 40s and lower 50s.
As the temperature drops, you may be using your AC less, but that doesn't mean your maintenance should drop too. In fact, now's the time to give things a good, thorough cleaning.
Your Place Inside and Out is sponsored by HB Home Service Team.
This week on Your Place Inside and Out, we're focusing on one of the most important items in your household, which can truly make or break your level of comfort, which is your HVAC unit. Year-round, we depend on this trusty unit to provide comfort in the home, and in return, it's important that we provide regular care and proper maintenance in order to keep everyone happy, because when your system fails on you, problems of all sorts can arise. Now, while maintenance and repairs can help the life of your unit, there are telltale signs that it's time to start saving for a new system. One of the top indicators is if your HVAC unit is 12 years or older. If you're in this situation or you're unsure, call on our local pros to help.
Trust the HB Home Service Team for all your plumbing and HVAC needs. From protecting your home systems with a maintenance agreement to the peace of mind knowing we're available 24/7, 365, the HB Home Service Team is just a phone call away. Home serviced better since 1914.
This B1 Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Smithfield and Cabot Creamery. Need a last-minute idea for your Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving feast? Joining us with balanced and delicious recipe ideas is registered dietitian and author Carissa Galloway. Carissa, cheese boards are so popular and so tasty. Please tell me, as a registered dietitian, you approve.
I do approve. Yes, I'm so glad that I can say that. But you want to make them healthier, right? And the key there is focusing on foods that are both nutrient dense and easy to prepare. So Cabot Creamery's award-winning cheddars, the perfect example. They're minimally processed and they're so easy to slice, cut, or cube, which is a great time saver. And they're something everyone can enjoy. So they're naturally aged, containing 0 grams of lactose per serving, and a great source of that protein we want in our diet. So make your cheese board shine. Add that Cabot Creamery cheese in there, colors, produce, herbs, and a cheese board doesn't have to be an expensive appetizer either. Cabot cheddar is delicious and it's accessibly premium, so it's great for any budget or gathering, and you'll feel good about it because they're a certified B Corp and a farmer-owned co-op, which I love, from right here in the Northeast.
And do you have a secret ingredient if you're looking for a dish that will wow our guests for the holidays?
Yes, look right here. If it's Friendsgiving or those traditional Thanksgiving dishes, Smithfield has those delicious premium products that your friends and family will love. With a variety of options to choose from, Smithfield really helps bring everyone together to share their favorite memories and shake up those meals with inspiration from breakfast to dessert. So I love a recipe that wows. So take a look at this stuffed acorn squash with bacon I've got right here. It's absolutely delicious. The star, though, the apples and squash, the Smithfield maple thick cut bacon that I have right here. A thicker cut bacon with all natural hickory smoke and maple flavors. So for recipe inspiration, you're going to want to go to smithfield.com, and Food Lion is the place where you're going to find your favorite premium Smithfield products. But grab the Cabot, grab the Smithfield, and everybody's got to be happy, right?
I love it. Where can we go for more information?
So you can go to smithfield.com, and you're also going to find Cabot Creamery online as well. Pick this up, and like I said, you're going to be the winner on Thanksgiving.
Awesome. Thanks so much for this great information. Now, still ahead, most people would try and do just about anything to keep bugs out of their house, but one company wants you to pay, they want to pay you to release cockroaches. Coming up, how much you can make if you do it. Here's a wild idea. Pest control companies are offering to pay homeowners $2,500 to release about 100 cockroaches into their home. The goal is to evaluate the effectiveness of a specific pest control technique. Participating homeowners would be required to stay in their homes for about a month, and they're not allowed to use other pest control methods. We wanted you to tell it, is this crazy or would you have it a go? Most of you are saying, no way. Okay, a great show lined up for tomorrow. Family drama, we all try and avoid it, but sometimes it can't be helped. Coming up, 5 topics you may want to avoid at the dinner table to help keep the peace this Thanksgiving.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@foxbaltimore.com.
And as always, thank you for inviting us into your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Have a great one. We'll see you tomorrow.